Hello. Right, so where do I begin? Again, look at the sad turnout for the children in this country. Our children are being trafficked, exploited and abused, and nobody in this country seems to care. So like I said, where do I begin? Sandy and Jane are here because we have a Scottish child abuse inquiry where every single institution in our country is responsible for abusing children, beating children, murdering children. Sandy and Jane fought to get headstones replaced in a cemetery in Quarries where, don't quote me how many children, 338 little children. But can I say that, what's going on? So hello. But can I say Sandy and Jane's place is the only place that I know that actually has headstones or marked graves for these children. We have children in unmarked graves all over the country. Do people know that? Do people know that you could possibly be walking on children that were abused, beaten and murdered by your system? All over the country. Some have even went as far to build houses on them. Me and Laura investigated Lanark, and when Lanark first started becoming part of the child abuse inquiry, they started trying to sell the land for £6.2 million where all the children are buried. To the person that would build houses on it the quickest, the property developers. That is our country. Our country hides child abuse. Sandy and Jane went to Quarries one day to discover they'd removed the headstones. So when they think nobody's bothering, they removed this history so that nobody knows what these institutions done to our children. 2 wee seconds. I went off track there, guys. So like I said, these institutions are responsible for rape, murder and abuse of our children. That has to stop, the historical abuses in the Scottish Child Abuse Inquiry. But during lockdown, these children were in these care homes and these institutions. During lockdown, these children were getting sexually exploited, they were getting groomed, they were getting trafficked in Glasgow city centre. Me and Laura were in this city every week shouting that there was a pandemic, that our children were falling vulnerable. The girls were being trafficked and sold for sex, the boys were being given drug addictions and debt and then made to run drugs and look after the girls in this city that were getting prostituted out. That is the state of the country. The trauma these kids have had to deal with in this country is just beyond trauma that any children should have to deal with. We went into a pandemic, our children, the trauma that nobody's even recognised the trauma that our children have been through in the last 3 years. When you think about it, there's been family breakdowns, there's confusion, children are isolated, they live in fear, and that's just to name a few. Children in this city during lockdown were being sexually exploited, forced to run drugs. Some of the children will be stuck in that life for decades before, or even a decade before they even realise that they're being exploited. Who's looking after the children in our country? These children are the future adults that's going to be running our country, but yet they're messed up, they've been traumatised, they've been isolated, their families have been brought down. And remember what their institutions are already responsible for. The same institutions and local authorities that claim to be helping these children are failing these children. And the pandemic we currently have in this country is a suicide pandemic in our young. If you can understand all the stuff they've already been through, is it any wonder your children are suicidal? What hope for the future do they have? What do our children have? So, and what has the government done about it? Well, what our government done when their children were extremely vulnerable, at their most vulnerable they've ever been? when the adults had no idea what was going on. They were in the middle and height of a pandemic. They're in the back doors of your schools. Another institution, the biggest institutions we have in our country, they bring a sex education. But this sex education is not sex education. It's a global, comprehensive sexuality education. So it's in 52 countries, and it's what the institutions, Sandy and Jane will tell you. Not only these institutions done all this to their children, they also used these children in the care homes as experiments. They experimented on them with drugs, they experimented on them with abuse, trauma, they experimented on these children in these institutions like Sandy's for decades and decades and decades. They know what trauma causes, they know when you're vulnerable, they know everything about it, and then so their children are so susceptible, looking for hope for the future. What are they doing now? They brought a sex education programme into your institutions. It's a global sexuality education. It is encouraging your children at 4 years old to experiment with gender. It's telling your children it's okay to experiment with gender and they're only 4 years old. They're also teaching your children to keep it a secret to mum and dad. No, nobody should be teaching children to keep secrets from mum and dad. Where are they going with that? Is it abuse? Because that's what abusers do. Abusers teach children to keep secrets. So, this is so much more sinister than anybody can imagine. Right, this is what the institutions have done for decades and decades and decades. Right, they've not been caught for historical abuse, they're not getting sued for billions and billions possibly, put out of business. So what have they done? They brought in a global sex education. This sex education is designed to teach your children how to claim their sexual rights, teach your children how to consent to sex. Once they claim their sexual rights, you no longer have a say. You've got nothing to do with it. Scotland's went a step further than any other country. Scotland has incorporated the United Nations Convention of the Rights of Every Child and made it Scots law. So when your child claims sexual rights in school at 8 years old, what child should have sexual rights and be able to consent at 8 years old? No child. They're children can't consent. This is rape. All schools are sexually exploiting children. They're going to teach them how to consent to sex, how to claim their sexual rights, tell mum and dad to go day one basically, and it's none of their business. Now not only that, I was on these streets 2 years ago shouting, when they pass this, that'll give the state the ability to administer medication to your children from 8 years old through the schools. You will see relationship, sexual health and parenthood education as part of a health and wellbeing curriculum for excellence. It's not going anywhere. They tell you there was an opt-out. That was an illusion. There never was an opt-out. This education is incorporated into every single subject in your curriculum. History, geography, science, maths, etc., etc. How can your PE, what are they going to teach your children about sex and PE? Right, every subject across the curriculum, this education is there. And the rate at which they're sexualising your children is alarming, and you really should be known. So I wanted to ask some questions for you. I wanted to ask, one, do you know what your children are learning in school? Does everybody know what their children are learning in school? And are you okay with teachers teaching your children how to have sex at 8 years old? Teaching them to claim their sexual rights and consent to sex without you knowing about it? Your parental rights are being removed from right under your noses and nobody can see it. Consent is being gained by deceit. It's not informed. There is no opt-out, like I said. Women's rights are also being removed in this country to accommodate their agenda. But most of all, children's rights are being removed. Their God-given right to be children. Children's rights are being removed. Our children in this country no longer have a right to be children. When is it the adults and the parents' duty to stop walking about? and no caring what the children are learning in this country, and no concerning yourselves with what the children are learning in this country, because the children don't know what they're learning. Your children are coming home from school right now, sexually abused, I hope you know. They're coming home showing symptoms of sexual abuse. They don't want to speak to you about what they were learning, because they don't exactly want to sit down and tell mum and dad that they were watching porn with the school teachers, do they? So, like I said, we have massive safeguarding concerns in Scotland, massive child protection issue, as our children are being abused through the education system. Whether you want to believe it or whether you don't, it's happening. You're losing your parental rights, your children are being given sexual rights, and getting taught how to consent to sex. If you don't believe it's happening, look what's going on in the world. Look at the state of the world. Children are being exploited, and like I said, what's the agenda? Well, it makes other problems go away. Institutional abuse. It's legal to have sex with children. What institutional abuse? Their children consented. Their children have rights. They have sexual rights. But like I said, where's the children's rights to be children? Because I've read the Convention of Rights, and in the Convention of Rights, children have the right to be children, free from abuse, free from exploitation, and free from being raped. But currently, that's their education, their only education. And why are they doing it? Like I said, all the problems go away. It's legal to have sex with children. And also, why do you think they do? Wales have removed science and maths as mandatory subjects and replaced it with sex education as mandatory instead of science and maths. So what does that tell you they're going with it? They're teaching your children to consent to sex, have sex, because there's an industry to feed out there, and it's the porn industry. These people see us as money. They see us as making money. And how can they make money easy? Well, they make it legal and the children think they're consenting. The children sell themselves because they get lots of money. Children don't know that's child sexual exploitation. It's our duty as adults in this country to teach the children what they're learning in school is wrong. So when a lot of people said, right, you have demos and you speak, where are you going with this? Well, we can only go so far. I've applied for premises for all these services to set up, but we need people to back that. I've got plenty of people willing to volunteer their time in healthcare, childcare, but the only way forward and for us to make a difference is see the services that we currently have, that we know is just a system, a control, a abuse, etc., etc. Well, we need to build our own services. It might need to be voluntary to start with, the same as the sex education. People are taking their children out and homeschooling them. But why should their children not be socialised because they've been abused in school? We pay for that education. So if we create something else, they're going to have to send that money to us eventually when nobody wants their education, nobody wants their services, nobody wants their social workers. Well, the voluntary services will take over then, but I don't see another way forward. The same as the sex education, that goes to use everybody that's got children, nieces, nephews, grandkids in school. Well, it's your duty to do something about that. Each and every single parent, every community needs to get active. This is serious. Once your children's innocence is removed, it's gone. You can't just give them their innocence back. You can't just say, here, there you go, you're innocent again. Once they're curious and sexually curious and experimental, then that's it. They're no longer children. And that's where our government are going with this education.
It's going to be like 20 years' time.
Exactly. We will have societies in 20 years' time where paedophilia is legal, where children can consent to sex. Police Scotland are already calling paedophiles MAP, minor attracted person, right? Police Scotland, that's our own police force. So if that doesn't tell you where it's going with it, then what does? What more do people need? Like I said, that's not new streets. That's another thing. 2 years ago shouting, but you don't understand, this will give the state permission to administer medication to your children. Well, I only found out 3 months ago that the Sandyford Clinic in Glasgow has already been prescribing puberty blockers to 9-year-old autistic children for 9 years. For the last 9 years they've been experimenting on 86% of the children are autistic and they're classed as gender confused. Now they were groomed to believe they were confused so they could then go on medication by the state in this country to 9 years old. Have these parents been informed about the long-term health complications with puberty blockers? It affects bone development, affects brain development, it gives them health conditions for the rest of their life, it makes them infertile, etc, etc. I could go on all day. Our country is already abusing children. They're already prescribing puberty blockers. They already have been for 9 years. And now they've got every law, like the Convention on the Rights of the Child, teaching your children to claim sexual rights. They're going to make it all legal. So children in this country are already really messed up. And there is somebody needing to reach out and help them, because it's not going to be the state. The state are experimenting. I'll tell you one more sinister thing, not only is RSHP education or that, it's profiling your children. I've looked into the data they're collecting on your children. Your children get censuses by 5 years old. So by 5 years old they want to know what time your child goes to bed, what they like for dinner, who their 5 favourite people are, who they have sleepovers with, who lives in your house, who comes up at the weekends. You name it, their sleeping habits, their eating habits, their hobbies, their likes, their dislikes, all that information is gathered through Scottish censuses. And then when they get to 13 it's, have you had anal sex, how many sexual partners did you have last year? All that data is collected and stored and gathered by your local councils. It is then gathered by the government, the Scottish government, it is then stored in their system, it is then gathered by UNESCO, all the governments in the 52 countries, all the children. It is then shared with CCAS in America and the World Health Organization. So all these people have profiles on your children right down to what time they go to bed at night, and nobody can still, and not just that, every institution in our country previous to date has been guilty of trafficking children across the world. So why do they want a database on every child on the planet? I can only think of one reason, and that is for these people in power that want to exploit your children. There's a database there for any, like a catalogue for any children they want. So guys, I'm going to leave that with you, and that's just something to think about, and please educate people about what's happening in their schools.